Welcome to today's edition of the Sargassum Report. It is September 19th, and there appears to be sargassum on the beach, and the water's kind of brown here. But, let's see, looks relatively clear. I don't like how it's brown, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not terrible. I think we're back at 3 stars. And I'm going to walk up the beach so you can get an idea of what Playacar is like, or Playacar, if you want to be fancy about it. Beaches are like during what I guess I would call sargassum season or rainy season. So we're here. That's the Reef Hotel, smaller hotel. A lot of people don't, it's just smaller, so you're not going to have as much of a crowd staying there. And then this is one of the Rius. I believe they have several different names it's under, because out front there's a big building which is called the Riu Palace. And I'll show you on the map where we are for people who want to see that. You can see it's sort of half full or half empty, I guess depends which way you look at it. But a lot of people here. And just the beach again, you have this brown, but you can see a lot of people in the water, and I'm going to go further up and show you guys what it's like up there. But see, it's kind of brown. For the off season, I'm definitely saying it's sort of crowded as we keep going up towards the Riu. One thing that's nice is it's been hot, certainly during the beginning of September, and it's cooled off quite a bit, especially when you don't have the direct sun on you. Not quite as humid since it's been raining. So it's really quite pleasant walking down the beach in this weather, and that's a reason I'm going to do like a longer walk today as opposed to just a 2-minute, oh, here's the sargassum report. So you can see like there's a bunch of sargassum collected right here. So no one's swimming there, but that makes sense. And you can see like a nice spot here where it seems to be less sargassum. It's pretty clear out there. See in the background Cozumel, which you can see from Playa. You can see the cruise ships way out there in the distance. Cruise ship. It's a nice scene, I would say for sure. It's very pleasant. And the water is really blue and beautiful out there, and sort of green and nice and sort of brown right next to the shore, but still overall, it's very pleasant. Despite this chocolate milk effect. Water temperature is very warm. Maybe cooling slightly, but I don't think so. And we'll just keep walking. Now I think, and just to orient you, now we're at the Viva, which is the next hotel up from the Riu. You can see it's still this chocolate milk kind of thing. This is the Allegro can see the rain in the background and the beach. Again, it's about the same. It's certainly, you could certainly swim in it. It's just not the crystal clear waters. You know, you may be thinking they're here in September, but if you've been watching my videos, seeing over the summer, you know, there's definitely sargassum. But honestly, sound like a broken record, not enough to ruin your vacation, but not enough to justify everything. All right, so now we're at the Royal Hideaway. Another nice hotel here. Coming up on the Riu. And the water are pretty much the same for all the hotels. And you can see tons of people in the water over there. Okay, so we're here. So this is the Viva Wyndham. And it's great, the sand, honestly, terrific. Again, the sargassum at the front. Nice volleyball game going on. It's like very pleasant to be here right now, I gotta be honest with you. Probably not the best time for everyone to travel, September, back to school, etc. But frankly, it looks like a lot of Mexicans here, if I had to guess. I'm just only guessing, I don't know. You're allowed to racially profile here, but you know, I don't want to get in trouble. Not sure with whom. But a lot going on here as I think we're finally approaching the Riu. And I'll start shooting again. So we're somewhere between the Viva Azteca and I guess Royal Hideaway here, but that sign, that flag still says Viva Azteca, so that leads me to believe we're Viva Azteca. You can see tons of people in the water. It's actually slightly raining right now, just drizzling. Again, it's quite pleasant. You know, if you want to go to the beach, get a good deal on the hotels. They're running around 180 a night, all inclusive. It's probably a good idea. And you know, if you're from the East Coast or West Coast, you can, you know, United States, you can make a weekend out of this. Just a fun getaway, inexpensive weekend. Like a lot of people obviously have here. Again, they're probably from Mexico. Friday day. It's Friday today, so maybe they're taking long weekends. Not sure. But we'll keep walking up, seeing what things look like. And I think now, so there's that flag. It still says Viva Azteca. This must be where like another Riu complex starts. So now we're at the other Riu. I think it's Tequila, don't quote me on that. But the other Riu hotel, they're just bigger, you can see. It's almost like a cruise ship with chairs. But still, you know, it's still very nice. And especially now, it's not that crowded. And perfectly good place, you know, come vacation. Just listen to the waves crash. Pretty peaceful, honestly. Even here in the most crowded sections, it's pretty peaceful. You can see the water not blue here, but it's still relatively clean. And I can tell you, like, everyone's having a good time. See, there's a dance class there. People are dancing in between the flags of Mexico. Definitely having a good time. My experience during rainy season is that the rain will stop. at some point. It's not non-stop rain in September, but you know, the sun may not be out all the time. That's the only difference. So I believe this is the beginning of the Iberostar hotel down here. And you can see, I mean, the beach still terrific. It's interesting, there's the red flag there. Not exactly sure if that's the red flag for conditions. I mean, I guess so. But it's not that bad. And you can see it's pretty shallow out there, so you definitely go swimming. Whatever that red flag means, maybe it means it's about to rain. It's not going to impact your vacation at all. So this is Iberostar beach, and you have the Sargassum along the shore. You could think of it as just seaweed. It's really not much of a difference now, except that it's making the water not clear here, which is a bummer. And again, it's clean. It's just not crystal clear, which we all love. But you're going to be getting a pretty good discount at the hotels. Again, I think we're thinking of $175 a night for all-inclusive. And that's going to go a long way. Obviously, you get all your meals and you get to stay on the beach. It's a pretty good deal. So it's the most interesting thing I've seen different. We're approaching Sandos Hotel, and it's really empty. I wonder what's going on. You can see there's lots of people in the water down there, lots of people in the water down there, in front of each of the giant hotels. And then you get to Sandos, and there's not that many people here. And I can't tell you why. I'm sure if I ask, they will not tell me. But probably be interesting. I mean, it is a little murkier right here, but honestly, it's fine. In fact, there's a little less sargassum right here. I don't know. Huh. It's interesting. You can see just a couple of chairs filled. Pretty much empty at Sandos. So that's a wrap on the Sargassum report today. Just 3 stars, so not great. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in Mexico.